If you've been wanting to host webinars for your business, your coaching offer, your course, or your lead generation funnel, this video is for you. A lot of people assume that this means a complicated setup and a lot of tech things that you don't understand. But it is not that complicated once you find the right tools to use. And this is why in this video, I will show you how to host webinars professionally with WebinarNinja. Before we get into the setup, if you want to try it out for yourself, WebinarNinja offers you a 14-day free trial so you can test the platform properly without jumping into a paid plan directly. So I'm going to walk you through what WebinarNinja is, who's it for, the main features that matter, and how to set up a professional webinar. So WebinarNinja is basically an all-in-one webinar platform for people like coaches, consultants, and it is not just for the webinar room itself. It also includes the part that usually make webinars feel more complicated, like registration pages, landing pages, email reminders, replays, analytics, and even course functionality. So instead of stitching together multiple tools, it is all in one place. If your business needs webinars for lead generation, sales, training, customer onboarding, educational sessions, evergreen funnels, or recurring workshops, this makes a lot of sense for you. So if you're a business owner, a coach, a professional in any niche, this is a tool that I will look at. So the first thing to do is to log into WebinarNinja, start your free trial using the link below, and choose your webinar type. So we go here and we choose the webinar type that we actually want to host. Not every webinar needs to be live. This is one of the strongest parts of the platform. You can host live webinars, automated webinars, series webinars, and hybrid webinars. So if you want real-time interaction, you can go live. If you want something evergreen that can keep running or schedule on demand, automized is amazing. If you want a bootcamp or multi-session training, a series makes sense. And if you want a pre-recorded presentation while still being live in the chat, hybrid is a smart option. For a lot of businesses, the flexibility matters a lot. Step number 2, we are going to set up the webinar details. So once you choose the type, the next part is just the basic setup. You add the webinar title, date and time, description, presenter info, branding, and the overall setup of the event. So your webinar title should say exactly what people are getting. Your description should make the value obvious, and your branding should match the rest of your business, because this is what starts making the webinar feel professional before anybody even joins. Step number 3 is to set up the emails, because this is another part that can get annoying or frustrating. The reminder emails, the follow-ups, the confirmations. This is where WebinarNinja makes everything simple. You can send confirmation emails, reminder emails, follow-up emails, all handled in one workflow. So here is where you go to do the email settings, the automation and reminder sequence, and you set up your emails from here. And step number 4 is to create the registration page for the webinars. So this all-in-one helps so much here, because normally people end up needing a separate landing page tool just to collect registrations. But here you can customize the headline copy, visuals, presenter section, and the registration form. The registration page is not just technical setup, it is part of the conversion. So this is why it's so important. And yes, you set up the webinar, you set up the page, people still need to show up, and emails help with that. Now let's talk about the actual webinar room. When hosting webinars professionally, engagement matters a lot. So this is where you have a lot of options built in. You have live chat, private messaging, Q&A, audience upvoting, polls, timed offers, downloadable handouts, and co-presenters even. So this is what helps the webinar feel more alive and more interactive. If you're teaching, pitching, coaching, presenting anything important, these little engagement tools make the whole difference. And another tip that I have for you is to use the AI features. So it makes the workflow a lot stronger before, during, and after the webinar. You can do AI transcripts, AI performance coaching, AI content creation after the webinar. So for example, the transcript part is really useful. It helps with accessibility and makes it easier to reference what was said later. Then AI performance can help you improve over time instead of just guessing what worked. And the AI content creation is really smart. Once the webinar ends, you can turn that session into more content instead of having to start from zero. Now you also get replays, analytics, and whatever happens after that. You can look at signups, attendance, replay views, clicks, and general analytics from here. And the replay side is also important, because if somebody doesn't attend live, doesn't mean that they missed it. They can watch it after. Now, if you want to turn your webinar knowledge into something bigger, there's also CourseNinja included. If your webinars lead into courses or trainings or educational offers, this becomes a really nice bonus right here. So if you've been wanting to host webinars professionally, but just felt that the whole system is too complicated, I would recommend checking out WebinarNinja at the link below. And the easiest way to test it is just jump on the 14-day free trial and see for yourself. Let me know in the comments what type of webinar would you host first. And if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!